Hello people, we are back again to talk about game week 12 of the Premier League. Last week I was saying drama in the Premier League. This week, drama, in the final game as well of the week. It's as if there's a new trend now. The final games are the one bringing all the drama, all the intrigue, all the suspense, all the excitement, all the advertisement for the Premier League. In fact, this game it had everything, and let's start with that game. I know it's the last game, but you can't but help but start with that one, because that is where everything kind of happened. Pep Guardiola went to Chelsea this weekend, gone, and played Chelsea, and they drew 4-4. 4-4. The last time Man City had a result like that, 4-4, it was in 1961. 1961 against my beloved Aston. And the last time Man City conceded 4 goals in a game was against Leicester, which was in 2020. In fact, there are only 3 other teams that have been able to score 4 goals against Man City, which is Leicester, Chelsea obviously now, and there was one other one, Everton. Everton scored against them 4 goals as well, and then Liverpool. These are the only teams that have been able to score 4 goals against Man City. So well done to Chelsea, man. 2 weeks in a row I've been hailing Chelsea. Last week they did it against the top team. This week again they did it again against the team that was on top, against Man City. 8 goals in 2 games. That's a huge feat for Chelsea. Well done to them. They did great. They did great. So the game had everything, goals, 4-4. But as a neutral, you'll be happy with that kind of game, watching it. But I'm sure the managers were not having it, especially Pep, because I don't think he'll be happy seeing his team concede 4 goals. I mean, he'll be happy they didn't lose, but the way they conceded, especially when you went up towards the end, leading 4-3, and you think, okay, they've done the deal. I mean, it hasn't been a great game, but we're going to leave here with 3 points, and you end up not leaving with 3 points, conceding a penalty that late in the game. So I'm sure you'll not be happy with that, but well done to them. They did well, man. They did well. So yeah, the game finished 4-4, and that's, helped all the other teams like Arsenal and Liverpool, who are now close to Man City. They are not running away. Like I was watching someone say, it's good because now you can see the avalanche of people coming behind them. It's not like where before they just say one team or see which team is that, and we'll probably just stay where we are. But now there's an influx of teams behind coming. I know Tottenham are having a bad run, but they're still there. Aston Villa is still there. Liverpool and Arsenal, they are also there. So they'll be looking at their back and thinking, man, we have to do well. And all those other teams too will be praying, man, let City slip up as well and we take the lead. So yeah, it was a good game for the Premier League. Great game, and it finished 4-4, like we said. So let's go back to the first game of the weekend. Tottenham losing their 2nd game in a row, after going a goal up. They ended up losing that game to 2 late goals by Wolverhampton. Although they're playing away from home, but you expect them to still come out with the win, but they didn't. So well done to Wolves, sticking, with their game plan and eventually winning the game 2-1. And obviously Tottenham, are still with those many injuries, which is probably affecting the way they're playing now. Yeah, and Arsenal, my beloved team, they won our game 3-1. It should have been easier than 3-1, but credit to Burnley. They came with a game plan, they came and they played good football, and they stifled all our chances at the beginning. But the thing is, Arsenal had control of the game. There was no time in the game where, I'm sure Arsenal fans would agree, where we were worried that we were going to lose the game. We were just concerned that, we shouldn't even be conceding in these these kind of games. No disrespect to Burnley, but we shouldn't be conceding in those kind of games. But yeah, good result, good win. Keep the pressure on Man City, especially now that they drew. The pressure is on. Then Crystal Palace played Everton. And that game was a very, very interesting one as well, because the result saw Everton getting a goal towards the end. I remember, was it Idrissa Gueye who scored the winner, and the game finished 3-2. What a result for Everton. They're starting to pick up points now, and that will be a great one for them, especially picking it away from home, and that's a good one for Everton. Man United Luton. I was talking to my mate who's a Man United fan. I said, come on man, Luton, what's going on? 1-0. It depended on your defender to win the game for you. I said, is it 3 points or is it not 3 points? We got 3 points. Let's move. So I'm sure they're happy they got the 3 points. And I looked at the table. They're not way behind, I mean, by points they are, but on the numbers, they're sixth on the table. And you think, with all these bad results Man United have had, they are still sixth on the table. Even Chelsea, who has had this good run, they are still 10th. So I'm sure Man United will be thinking, we just need to push on from after this international break and get better results, and obviously win our games. Yeah, Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Newcastle, after a decent win against Arsenal, well, a controversial win, I must say, against Arsenal, went to Europe, lost in Europe, and then came back to Bournemouth, and they got humbled again. I knew that was going to happen. In fact, my prediction was for Bournemouth to actually beat Newcastle, and that was exactly what happened. So, but take nothing away from Newcastle. They are without a lot of players, and that affects any team. You can ask the likes of Tottenham, they would agree with you, because they had loads of players missing for that game against Bournemouth. So they lost 2-0 at Bournemouth. And Aston Villa, good game against Fulham. I knew after that disappointing weekend they had where they lost last week, I knew they would come back strong this week and try and make sure they win the game, and that they did against Fulham. Well done to them, beating Fulham 3-1. And Brighton, this was a surprise game for me, because I thought, and I'm sure a lot of people would have thought the same, that Brighton should have won this game comfortably. Brighton should have won, but they didn't against Sheffield. They drew 1-1. I don't understand what was happening, but they drew the game 1-1. And all credit goes to Sheffield, picking up points now. They won not too long ago, and now they've picked up a draw away from home. So that's a good result for them. And then Liverpool-Brentford. I expected Brentford to put up more fights, but that wasn't the case. And Brentford ended up losing 3-0 with Salah scoring 2 goals. The thing about Liverpool, I'm seeing them this season, they're going quietly about their business. Just, they're in the mix of things. Salah's in there even for Golden Boot because he's scoring goals. FPL players will be happy because if you've got Salah in your team, he's kind of producing every week, with the likes of Haaland as well. So yeah, Liverpool are going about their business quietly and doing what they need to do. So it was a good win for them, 3-0 against Brentford. And the last game, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. That was another tight game. West Ham looked as if they were going to draw the game at some point, but they ended up winning. So well done to them. And the score was 3-2. The final score was 3-2. I remember, I think Jared Bowen was among the scorers, and Ward-Prowse had a few assists. So my mate Kwesi, if you're watching this, you'll be happy with your team, West Ham. Come on, you Irons! Yeah, so that's a quick roundup of Game Week 12. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We will be back again. See you next time. Bye.